Do you think that the reason government has not been paying attention to Jatropha that much is because of these internal security threats, not just by the Maoist rebels, but by numerous other conflicts in and out of the country?
Like, do you mean pay attention to Jatropha for the farmers or for like the larger scale?
Large scale. It's not considered, I'm afraid that it doesn't sound like Jatropha is a major issue right now within the government.
Actually, the good news is that it is, I mean, it's definitely being looked into on a big scale because the Indian government's kind of advocating, you know, big, large-scale plantations for Jatropha, and they've also mandated that their buses and trains, and since India has like 1 billion people, that's a lot of buses and trains, have to use a X% biofuel, Jatropha biofuel blend, and they're starting to plant more and more Jatropha on like even on the roads. So it seems that it's starting to take it's not maybe like the top of the top priority, but it's definitely taking a larger importance, especially probably after things like Copenhagen, which is happening right now. Hopefully, they'll start seeing Jatropha as a more viable bridge because, I mean, we're not saying Jatropha is the be-all, end-all solution, it's a bridge, but maybe the Indian government will like keep on noticing that, hey, look, this is one of the aspects that we can work on. So
the government sees it as an evolving issue, and hopefully it'll continue to evolve from there. Let's hope so.
Yep.
So on your website, you have this big chart of the project plans, like what small groups, like nonprofit groups you want, and participating.
Oh, the participating farmers. Yeah, I got confused for a sec.
Yeah. So Callie, do you have anything to extend on that?
Well, I think it's a real collaborative effort between us three, and I think the relationships that we have built with the farmers in particular, and the relationships of trust, have been pretty amazing. And just on a smaller scale, I think that the relationships that we have tried to connect to other youths has been really important for us as a process to try to reach out and branch out to other kids so that they become aware of these issues as well. So it's a real collaborative effort.
So we're talking these things like government, support from nonprofit community groups, all these, and places in 6,000 miles away from our own houses. How do teens get involved in a movement like this at such a grand scale?
I mean, us three, we've given presentations before, and the thing that we want to advocate is that, I mean, Project Jatropha is a nice little project, but there's so many other issues out there. I mean, we're attacking one aspect of the environment in a country, in a relatively, I mean, a decently large chunk of a village in India, but still at the same time, there's so many other environmental issues. What we feel is that we want to inspire other kids to go and do their own things. They don't have to be in environmental, whatever field. There's so many problems out there that, I mean, whatever ideas you have, go and do them. Because of course, when I started the project, we didn't think, oh man, we're going to be winning all these awards, you know, yeah. we're in it for that, and we have this many farmers planned out and everything. We were just kind of, okay, can we do really anything? And we took an idea, ran with it, didn't know where it would go, and it ended up here technically, but.
Yeah, and I think that also when I joined the project, I was just originally interested in the science aspects of it, biofuel and global warming, and as Adarsha mentioned, I was inspired by Al Gore's The Inconvenient Truth. Mm-hmm. But then when Adarsha and Apurva brought home pictures of these people who we were helping, specifically the women, mm-hmm. the children, the orphans, it really struck me as a very important issue, and I realized that these were real people who face these just indescribable sufferings every day, and the chance to get to help them, I think, was important for us, and the chance to try to reach out to other youth and inspire them to take action as well, since it's our generation to deal with these problems. I think that was inspiring and really drove us to continue our project.
Not only a major inspiration, but you're very humble too. That's probably the best character we can expect out of anybody.
I mean, our accomplishments are nice, but we keep it in perspective. I mean, there's so many things that everybody can be doing. There's like some kind of quote that I can't recall, but like the world has moved along, something along the lines of the world has moved not only by the actions of, you know, the big kind of people, the multi-billion-dollar people like Bill Gates, but also by the collective actions of millions of small individuals. And we're trying to encourage more and more people to try, or more and more kids especially, to like, look, if you have an idea, go and do it. I mean, yeah, it's cliche and yes, Nike's motto, but yeah, just go, just do it.
Well, I think if you want to talk about quotes, I think you had a fantastic quote in that one video of yours about the Brower Youth Award video that you just won, and you said something along the lines of, we could help humanity. We could completely embellish on what we have right now. But what good is our humanity if Mother Earth is dying? So fix Mother Earth before we fix ourselves. And that's just extremely humbling and modest. And it's that kind of attitude that must have gotten you to innovate and think, how could I, use something that I have to benefit humanity, to benefit the world? And what I'm getting at is, at the Brower Youth Award, did you see a lot of that innovative and humbling attitude towards solving the world problems before our own problems?
I think, yeah. Actually, just a quick point. I think I actually it's not really a misspeak, but what I want to make sure so that nobody really gets on us is I don't want to be saying that don't care about humans, just care about nature. I don't want to be like some kind of crazy blow up Hummer place, blow up Hummer factories kind of guy. But it's important for people to understand that you can't just say fix humanity, ignore Earth. You got to take care of it as well, because we're dependent on humanity's dependent on the planet not so much on us. So we got to really take care of it. And going back to the original question, what was the question again?
So at the Brower Youth Awards, did you find a lot of that innovative attitude and modesty that you seem to exhibit in your when you first started the project?
Oh, easily. I think I spent around a week with them. We were prepping speeches, doing the whole shtick of going to other places actually, and it was really a good bonding time as well. And they're doing some really amazing projects too, to say the least. I mean, Robin, he's saved over 1 million acres of boreal forest, the largest in the northern hemisphere in Canada, Manitoba actually. Alex Lords gives hundreds of global warming presentations, has been congratulated by Al Gore himself. So many people are doing so many incredible things. Hyvo is in UCI right now, working on sustainable food development. Sierra is in West Virginia actually, and she's working on stopping coal-fired power plants from being built. These are really teenagers in the future generation, or the generation of now, so to speak, that are really doing incredibly awesome things, and they're being incredibly humble about it too, because what I think we're all, the uniting common goal, no matter how divergent our individual projects might be, is that we are but individuals and we can do a lot, but each of us has many helpers, many people that we look up to and have supporting us that make it possible. And that's why the collective action of a lot of people is worth so much, because if 5 or 6 people can do that much, then think about even if 10 or 20 or 100 or 1,000, if that many more kids get involved, what kind of effect we could have on the world, what kind of effect we could do.
It all starts with a simple idea, and in your case it starts with a few small seeds that can make a huge difference.
That's true.
Yeah, and I think also at the Brower Youth Award ceremony, there was the amount of motivation and really innovation that was in that room was pretty amazing. And for me to think that it came from just peers of my own age and from my generation was really motivating for me, and I'm sure it was for Adarsha Shivakuma as well. And it was a great experience, and I think it was a great action to really inspire others of our age to deal with these issues.
Let's hope it's something no one will ever forget.
So it's been an honor meeting you. I wish you guys the best of luck with this project.
Hey, thank you for hosting us, really.
Thank you.
Adarsha, Apurva, and Callie.